Yo, 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 what's happening, people? What's happening, people? Welcome back to Neeks Sports. I'm back with a match preview for Arsenal versus Slavia Prague at the Emirates in the Europa League. Going to be a tough game. Is it going to be an Arsenal win, or is it going to be same old, same old Arsenal as we've seen from them this season? Let's get into it. The Europa League is back this week and an opportunity for Arsenal to progress to the semi-finals of the competition. I should be excited. I should be buzzing. I should be ready. As Shane said earlier, the best competition in the world is back again. Yes, it is. An opportunity for silverware, an opportunity for European silverware, which we've not had since the Cup Winners' Cup in 90, what is it, 94, 95. I should be buzzing for this. But not I'm not buzzing for it. I'm not buzzing for it because of how bad we were last week against Liverpool. We were so bad against Liverpool that I can't even get excited for this game. I can't even get excited for one damn Europa League game. That's how bad we are as a club. That's how bad we are playing as a team. Um, nobody wants it in the club. Nobody wants to go out and get victories. Get your predictions in. Jordan Brown says a Slavia Prague masterclass 3-1. Okay. I mean, Jordan, I do let you have your say. I do let you have your say. That's one thing. I have to admit, I do let you have your say. And I do say to you when you're wrong, let me know. And last time you did. So hopefully this time you'll come back and let me know if you're wrong again. Slavia Prague masterclass at the Emirates. I mean, Arsenal have surprised me this season, but if that happens, boy, that'll be the most surprise I've seen from them. And I've seen a lot of surprising things from this club. Um, Yeah, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into team predictions. We're going to get into team news. We're going to get into score predictions as well. So make sure you give this video a like if you enjoy these previews, and subscribe to Neek Sports if you're new around here. So listen, off the back of that poor performance against Liverpool last week, um, we're back in action at the Emirates. Kind of good for the players itself. Just get back on the pitch and do what you do best. But today's going to be interesting because today will be, can you get the reaction that you want out of the team? And also, the team that gets picked for today's game is going to be very, very interesting. It shows where Arteta's best team is. It shows who he has his faith in. It shows who he wants to trust in going forward. This is actually a massive game for the players that get chosen today. Um, I expect it to be no holds barred, every man going in, trying to win the game. And the players that will start for me will be the players that Arteta say, look, I want you lot to get me over the line this season. I know there's a few injuries, and we'll get to that in a second as well. But after what happened against Liverpool, the statement that's going to be put out with his team is going to be interesting, and there'll be a couple of positions um, in this squad which could be given over. Could be given over. Um, Arteta has already come out this week and said that Europa League is all or nothing ahead of tonight's game. Um, Brother, I've been saying that since February. All of a sudden, you're on board with it now. Okay, cool. I mean, like this was always the priority for me. From we messed up the whole start of the season, this is the priority here. Not now, not just now with realizing it that this is all it's all or nothing now. Like we've been knowing that we're 10 points off the top, we're 10 points off the top four. So if we've got any chance of playing in Europe, and I'm not even talking about Europa League, I'm not even talking about Europa Conference League, I'm talking about Europe in general. If we want any chance of playing in Europe next season, you have to go out and win the Champions League. That's the bar we've set ourselves, being so bad as we are as a team. So yeah, that's where we are with it. Obviously, we had the bad news last week with Kieran Tierney. We've got it confirmed this week that he's looking to be out for 4 to 6 weeks with a knee injury. Arteta said we'll go day by day with it, but the reality is it doesn't look good. In a sense, there's a good part long term wise that he doesn't need to go to surgery, so it's not a months and months out, into next season. It's actually just a 4 to 6 weeks. So on that aspect of it, I'm expecting kind of it to be, I mean, he may play this season depending on how far we go in the competition. Um, but good news for him that he'll probably be fit for the Euros come the summer for Scotland. Um, Damien Perez is in. Big up. This is I'll be honest. I expect Arsenal to win this game. Yeah, I guess you should expect Arsenal to win this game. But what Arsenal are going to turn up? What Arsenal do turn up anyway in general? Um, Jordan, I have to put it there for it to happen. Can see a draw also. Can see a draw or Slavia Praha multiple. Well, you can't see a win. Can't see an Arsenal win. Not possible. Uh, Perez says 1-0 or 2-1. Is that? I'm assuming that's to Arsenal because Arsenal's at home. Yeah, potentially could see that happening. But yeah, so what was I saying? Tierney, yeah, Tierney will be. They're hopeful he'll be back for the Euros. That shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, in terms of today, it'll be a potential problem. And whilst we're there, I guess the rest of the team news is that Erdegaard is a doubt. He got an ankle injury. I think it's the same ankle injury that he picked up in international break, like for Norway. Obviously played on Sunday, played 90 minutes, I think, on Sunday. But apparently this week he's been feeling that same ankle again, so he's a doubt for tonight. Be interested to see if he starts. I don't think he will personally. I just feel like they won't risk it tonight with his ankle. They might just give him a rest for tonight, and maybe play him on the weekend against Sheffield United, or even leave him until next week and the away leg. Um, Harris is in the chat. He says he's a United fan, but hope we destroy the racists. Yes, of course. Got to mention that Slavia Prague, obviously, one of their players who's currently suspended at the moment, so he's not playing tonight. Was one of the players that racially abused Glenn Kamara, former Arsenal player who plays for Rangers in the last round and was racially abused. And yeah, so we got the whole of the UK on our back, I guess, fighting against these racists tonight. I just hope that we don't let the whole country down, because we can do that. We can let the country down. Um, listen, listen, Neeks Sports and Stand, there's no place for racism in this game. I'm tired of it. I'm literally so tired of seeing these players get racially abused left, right, centre. And we just need to just make sure that you know uh, we're not beating them to give them a lesson. Say, yeah, that's what happens to you. You lose games if you're racist. But let's just give it that little bit of more impetus inside to go and win the game. You got some man out there that are racially abusing, black players. You need to go out and get a bit more hunger in your belly to win this game. If that's what it takes. Moda expects a reaction from Arsenal. Big win incoming. I mean, expecting a big win is hopeful, I'd say. I don't expect a big win from Arsenal anytime, really. So reaction wise, I've seen Arsenal supposed to react. I mean, weren't we supposed to react the Liverpool game to drawing against West Ham? Wasn't that supposed to be reaction of that game? So well, and then the West Ham game was supposed to be reaction of losing against Olympiacos the week before that. So I mean, I can't expect Arsenal to react against anything these days, man. I can't expect it. Hala Madrid says Ceballos masterclass incoming. I mean, masterclass from the bench is the maximum I hope from that. Jordan says, "Oh yeah, forgot that the team back him after the incident." Um, what team was that? Rangers backed him. Gerrard came out straight away and backed it. And the whole club has been on board with it. So I just hope that we come and do it. The club, I think he was banned. Slavia Prague player was banned by UEFA for today's game pending investigation. So they've not come to an conclusion, but they've temporarily suspended him anyway. For that player, I'm not even going to name his name. Didn't deserve it. Didn't deserve the airtime. Shane says that we should beat them. However, they put Leicester, who are a better team than Arsenal. They put out Leicester, who are a better team than Arsenal, so the players should be overconfident. Yeah, definitely. And Rangers. Listen, Rangers been on a great run this season, and they got comfortably knocked out by Prague. Leicester, as you said, much better than us this season. Obviously, with Leicester, it's a little bit different. But Leicester can finish in the top four and probably will finish in the top four this season. So it's like they had another avenue to go. I don't know if they really went out to win both games. I mean, obviously they would have liked to, but I wasn't Vardy rested for one of the legs. I just feel like the aim was the Premier League. Get as high as you can, get into the Champions League via the Premier League, and maybe Europa was holding them back a little bit. So I don't think Leicester were too mad to lose to them. But yeah, we need to focus. They're unbeaten in their league. They're unbeaten in their league this season. Um, what 20 wins or so far in the league, 5 draws or whatever. So they're coming in on good league form. Obviously, they've lost a few in the Europa League and the group stages, but yeah, so they're having a good season. So we can't just sleep on them at all. We've got to come out fighting and ready to win this match. Um, no, they didn't defend the rate. They didn't defend the racist. Well, I mean, they didn't really come out and lambast them or not. So they didn't really do anything. They just kind of just stayed as their own. They didn't really defend them, but they didn't really come out and grill him. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, the Prague ain't gonna really come and say anything, are they? Really? They're gonna just back their player. Um, yeah. So back to the injury news. Yeah, I said Odegaard's a doubt tonight. Saka and Smith-Rowe are back in training. So Saka's been training since I think Friday last week. Smith-Rowe's been training since the start of this week. So I think both will be available for selection. Xhaka's also back in training after he was ill on Saturday against Liverpool. Saturday evening, yeah, he was ill, so he didn't train on Friday and didn't play on Saturday, but he's been back in training this week, so he's now available again. And for Prague, they're yeah, they've got someone not playing today, um, and he's a defender. So hopefully that makes our job a little bit more easier. But listen, Arteta said he was in shock. He said he was in shock after the game. Um, he didn't know what to say. It felt like he was a bit confused. Um, but he said he was shocked by the performance. And ahead of this game, he says that look, basically we have to be realistic where we are in the league, and it's difficult, and we've got to time to do talking on the pitch. And he's right. And springtime, springtime to do talking on the pitch. Um, we need to go and take it on board. We deserved to lose against Liverpool comfortably, and we did. And now it's time to flip it back the other way and go out and beat Prague in in the Emirates. Um, so listen, it's not going to be easy. As I said, they're going to be a good team. They've beaten Leicester and beaten Rangers, so we've got to come out and play against them quite well. I'm going to go into the team news, guys. So I'm going to go into my predicted 11. Listen, I put a predicted team out on Twitter. I want to see Mari start today, personally, with Gabriel in the back. I've been calling for it for a minute, and I've been wanting it to happen. I don't know, like the question is, can two left-footed centre backs play together? That's the question. If they can, then they should be, and even if they can't, they should be. But I'm going to go with a team that I think Arteta will pick today. So I'm not going to go with a team I would pick. I'm going to go with a team that I think Arteta will pick today. Yeah. So don't lambast me if you get angry at the team that I picked. If you're an Arsenal fan, anyway, this is just what I think Arteta will do. So hopefully you should all be able to see this now. I'm going to go with Leno in goal. I mean, he wasn't great against Liverpool, but we don't really have anyone else right now. So Leno goes in goal. Right back, I'm going to go with Bellerin. Been a while since we've seen him play, to be fair. Chambers was okay at best, but didn't have that attacking threat against Liverpool. So I think Bellerin comes back in. At RCB, I'm going to go with Rob Holding. I think Arteta will stick with him. I think right-footed on that side. I think Arteta just wants to give him some game time out there, and we'll probably see him in for the rest of the season. I reckon. Gabriel, I think, will keep his place despite his poor performance last week against Liverpool. I think he will stay in at centre back with Holden, and at left back, I'm going to go for Cedric Suarez. Listen, injury to Tierney is massive, and I think we'll just go back to what we know with that, and that's Cedric at left back. On the left of side of the midfield, I think Xhaka comes back in. We definitely missed his creativity and a bit more solidness in the middle. Ceballos, less we say about him, the better. I'm going to go for Thomas Partey next to him. Need a good game from him today as well. In the 10, I'm going to go with Smith Rowe. mainly because I think Odegaard's going to be injured. I don't think he'll be fit to start. He may be on the bench, but I'll be surprised if he starts today with an ankle injury. I think they'll just take their time with it. And I'm going to go Bukayo Saka, hopefully back today, out on the right. Pepe for me was poor against Liverpool. I think he should get dropped today. Now this is the big one. This is the big one. I know everyone's going to be interested to see what I think Arteta will do. I reckon he's going to stick with Aubameyang on the left. I hope to gosh that he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. I hope he drops Aubameyang. I don't even want him to start up top. Really, if he does, he does. Fair enough. You know, is what it is. But I reckon he goes with Aubameyang on the left, Lacazette up top, and expect a reaction. But listen, if Lacazette or Aubameyang does get dropped today, then Arteta's laying his cards out on the table and saying this is my best team. But I think our best team has been when Aubameyang hasn't been on the pitch, apart from barring 2 or 3 games this season. So listen, if it was me, I'd probably go with Mari at centre back with Gabriel. I'd probably go with Martinelli at left wing instead of Aubameyang. Personally, that would be me. That would be my team. But I think Aubameyang will start today. I think he will start and get another chance to try and shine. Um, Shane said, Ramsey, who got the toughest semi-final draw? Arsenal United. Um, Definitely Man United. I think. I don't know too much about what Emery's doing with Villarreal. But listen, Zagreb are no fools. They beat Spurs, so we could get Zagreb. But Ajax and Roma, like Ajax are on, like they're having a good season. So I would not want to play them. And Roma, maybe not having the best of seasons, but you know, with the experience that they have, the likes of Pedro and Mkhitaryan, I guess Chris Smalling can play because it's Europa League. I wouldn't really want to play against Roma personally. I'd probably take Villarreal. So I think Arsenal got the easiest draw. Whether that means that Arsenal will progress, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Um, but yeah, that's the team that I think Arsenal will play today. And I'm going to predict a 2-1 win. A 2-1 win is not great, by the way. A 2-1 win is not great, but I know Arsenal, and I know Arsenal don't do great results all the time. So listen, I want a clean sheet today. I don't want no away goals. I don't want them to get any sort of confidence at all. I want a good, solid 2-3-0 win and a clean sheet. But knowing Arsenal, 2-1 is a safer bet. Safer bet. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1. Um, Yeah, guys, thank you for joining me for the preview. Guys, make sure you smash that like button for me and join me back here later on. I'll be back after both games of Man United and Arsenal. Um, and we'll do a review and see if Arsenal are going to progress or Arsenal are going to let us down again. Team news should be out soon because Europa League, so tend to come out a little bit earlier on. So we should see the team news in about maybe half an hour or so. Yeah, guys, hopefully we get the win. We get the win and a clean sheet. I want a clean sheet. We need a clean sheet. It's been so long since I had a clean sheet. Please get me a clean sheet today, Arsenal, and I'll be good. Thank you for watching, guys, and yeah, I will see you all very, very soon.